Kia ora and welcome to Craft Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today's Saturday. It's very late though because the woodman arrived and I decided to put some wood away. So we're going to do a very, I can't stress this enough, quick painting of sorts, I guess, in my sketchbook here. I thought it might be nice because it's Easter time to do kind of a Easter themed thing. I don't know how Easter themed you all feel it is, but you know, for me Easter is definitely, it used to be chocolate. Oh gosh, I love me chocolate. I don't need chocolate, and of course family and everything, but a big part would be chocolate. But as I've gotten older, you know, it's slightly older. I'm not like ancient. I'm not going to say I'm ancient. But as I've got slightly older, I've actually like hot cross buns quite a bit now. And I desperately want a hot cross bun. But unfortunately, I foolishly forgot to order from Blanchfield's, which is our bakery here in Greymouth, that does the best hot cross buns. It used to be Bonsai. Oh, Bonsai's hot cross buns. Oh, they were gorgeous. But due to earthquake strengthening and all sorts of things, Bonsai's now closed down. So ergo, they're not making hot cross buns anymore because they don't exist. It's really sad actually, because Bonsai was like a Greymouth institution. We'd go there at Christmas time. The Christmas Santa Parade would be on, Christmas Parade, and we would, after the Santa Parade, we'd all pop into Bonsai and we would get Coke and raspberries in a jug. So that's quite a big Coke and raspberry. And Bonsai was world known for its pizza. You know, here in Greymouth, it's like the best pizza ever. But we would get their chips. I don't know, it's just something we always did at Christmas time. Go and get their chips, relax after the Santa Parade, talk about the different floats that we liked and everything like that, and yeah, have a Coke and raspberry, yum, with the girls. Yes, with the girls. I was thinking, hang on, maybe, you know, but both of the girls were there at that stage, so yep. And it was just a lovely family time. It really was. Lovely family time. So, yeah, fond memories of the Bonsai. But, of course, now that it's closed, ergo, you can't do that. You can't also go for your hot cross buns. And when we were in lockdown, that's how long ago Bonsai's been closed for. So we were in lockdown and you could order hot cross buns from Blanchfield. So it was the first time we did it. We ordered them. Now, Bonsai, I think, was still operational at that stage. But I'm sure one of the girls could tell me if it wasn't. But I'm fairly certain it was still operational. And it's just, you know, Blanchfields would deliver the bread for you and that sort of thing. So you also got fresh bread. What else did they do during lockdown? I don't know. But I remember I said to Jason, oh, we could get some really nice hot cross buns from the bakery. I've never had them before. He hadn't had them. We didn't have any friends who had said anything about Blanchfields to us. Oh, you must get the Blanchfields hot cross buns. And so we didn't know about them. So we ordered one pack thinking, well, there's only two of us that eat them. Both girls do not like hot cross buns. Well, they didn't at that stage. I think, but I could be wrong here. I think my oldest girl is now eating them. Yeah, it's obviously something you eat when you get older. So we ordered them and they were amazing. Just as good as the Bonsai. It was really quite nice. So we were very happy, and so we all had hot cross buns. It was lovely, absolutely lovely. So yeah, since then we've bought them. Even though I think Bonsai was still operational, I think I still went to Blanchfields and I got the hot cross buns. That's how naughty I am. Yep, I'm a fickle customer, I am, I'll tell you now. So yeah, so Blanchfield's is the place to get them here in Greymouth. And they did have on Facebook, you know, order quick, get in, get your Blanchfields, hot cross buns, or pop into the store. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to order them, I'll just pop into the store, for goodness sake, you know, what do I need to order them for? Totally, each day I forgot. And finally, of course, it's now Easter Saturday. Yesterday we went and saw the girls, so you know, but so Easter Thursday evening I realised, hang on, I don't actually have any hot cross buns that are nice. You can get this, you can still get the supermarket ones, you know, the supermarket ones, ugh, but they're not quite as nice. And yeah, everything's very fresh and very tasty. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, you know, being pedantic Paula, but never mind. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's really not the end of the world, apart from the fact of we have no hot cross buns. So yes, so yesterday when we were visiting the girls, I mentioned to my daughter, oh, we haven't got any hot cross buns. You know, it's a bit devastating. And she said, oh, because we'd gone to a place called, now I don't want to misquote the name, Riverside. I think it's called Riverside in Christchurch. And she said, oh, there's some bakeries here. You might get lucky, you might be able to buy some. Well, she's definitely in the know. And we did, there was one shop and they had 4 left, and it was a rather nice bakery, I've got to say. My daughter, my youngest child, asked for a bee sting, I think it was called, but you know, don't quote me on that either. Yeah, I'm not the best, am I? So she wanted a bee sting, so we got her this bee stingy thing, and she was happy. I asked Stephanie and well, my older daughter and partner if they would like something, you know, because we went over and back in one day, so you know, you could think of us after we'd gone, you know. But they were like, no, we don't need anything. And obviously they must have some jolly nice hot cross buns at home. So yeah, so we bought these. I bought the 4 last hot cross buns from this bakery. I felt a little bit naughty, like I should have left 2 for another customer, but I thought, no, blow it all, you know, they can come up tomorrow. You know, none of our bakeries in town are open on a Saturday, so you've really only got the supermarket or the warehouse. And you know, I'm sorry, but the warehouse ones are just as bad as the supermarket ones, so I wasn't that keen on getting those. So I thought, oh, that's fine, we'll sort it out, we'll do something. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I've just done a very quick picture. As you can see, it's got a hot cross bun, which I'm still talking about. And we did buy these ones from the bakery in Riverside. And we were naughty. We decided we would eat one last night. It's not Easter Sunday. It's so naughty. But so I cooked them in the air fryer because that only takes like, I think it's 4 minutes. And that's really quick, rather than, you can put them in the toaster, but I don't like them in the toaster. You can put them in the oven, that takes a little longer. Air fryer, 4 minutes, ready to eat, nummity num num. And so I did that last night, and oh my goodness, they have got to be the yummiest hot cross buns I have had in my entire life. And get my water paints, and we'll just paint this up, and it's going to be a very quick picture. As you can see, it's just a hot cross bun, nummity num num, and of course a cup of tea. And on the ticket here I'm just going to write Lady Grey, because that is my favourite cup of tea. I love a Lady Grey. The brand is called Dilmah. I don't know if you have that overseas, but oh, it is so yummy. Dilmah tea. Oh, and the tea bags aren't bleached, so I can drink out of a tea bag, which is very exciting. Go grab my paints, I'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've grabbed me little jelly bean paints. Here we go. Lots and lots of colours. I got those off AliExpress. Don't get them off Temu, get them off AliExpress if you possibly can. It was quite a while ago, like eons and eons ago, but well worth it. So I'm just going to do a very light wash here with the yellow. We're going to have a yellow tablecloth, you know, it's just how things are. And I'm wondering, so I'm not wetting anything, I'm just doing a very light paint. Most probably should be doing it from the top down and all that sort of, you know, rubbish, but this is just a me book, and I'm just having fun, to tell you the truth. Trying to not get, and the rain's kicked up a notch. I'm so not going out there to stack any more wood, I can tell you that right now. I'm just not doing it. I'm so lazy. Oh dear, I'm a shocker. So if anyone in Greymouth feels like they need to stack wood, I am the place to be, and you can come and practice your wood stacking here, because I'm not going to be practicing it. I did send my husband a message saying the wood has arrived. He's off playing golf, of course, and Hokitika. He's down in Hokitika, and yeah. And tonight we're having pasta for tea, which will be scrumdiddly-umptious. I do love pasta for tea. Just going to grab my pen because I forgot to do the other side of the plate. Hopefully it's not, oh, that's not the pen I was looking for. That could have been exciting. Did I put it here? I might have put it, yeah, there we go. Oh, put it in the wrong place. Oh dear, there we go. There we go. I'm just going to put that back in the right place now. I'm wanting to put another colour in with this. Oh, I actually thought today I'd be I would be doing oh, what do you call it? Trees, because when we went over to Christchurch yesterday, oh, the trees were out. So, you know, autumn has definitely, it's here in New Zealand. It's just because of where I live, and we don't have any is it just, I've forgotten the trees that lose their leaves. Is it indigenous, or I've forgotten what it's called. But we don't have any of those trees here on the coast. So, you know, well, I do have one tree I can see outside my, where I wash my dishes in the kitchen if I'm washing them by hand. But obviously I'm not washing dishes by hand at the moment. So, yeah, oh, that was a bit offline. There we go. So, yes, so that's okay. Well, I guess it's not really. It's shocking, really. I'm being very lazy. But, yeah, that's just how things are. So, as you can see, I didn't wet it or anything, and I've just gone in with a light yellow, and then I've done a slightly darker yellow, and I've given myself a gingham tablecloth. So do I need to push that up? Nope, it's all there. Everything's in shot. Not too bad. I should have thought about this, because now I'm wanting gold on the cup and that sort of thing. Oh, I think I'm going to give the cup a nice blue look. For those of you who are thinking, oh, the cup looks a bit too big. No, if you've been to my house, you'd see how big I do with cups of tea. I have lovely, absolutely lovely bone china cups that are really, really big. They come from, I think it's called T2. It's an Australian store, but they have it here in New Zealand, and it's in at Christchurch. And my youngest girl, she buys me teacups every so often. When I was for Mother's Day for quite a few years, I collect teacups, and so they bought me these awesome proper bone china teacups. This is a modern teacup, and it's massive. I guess you'd call it a latte cup. I think that's what it is. It's a latte cup, but of course, you know, that sort of thing doesn't bother me. Oh, and the tea bag's blue. I should have thought that through, shouldn't I? Oh dear, never mind. That's okay, I'll sort that out in a little bit. Oh, well, I think this will have to be. Now, I'm not wetting anything. I'm just going in and having a fun paint. A very, very fun paint, just with the paints I've got here. And yeah, an ink and wash paint kind of thing. This blue here on the sauce is most probably a little bit dark. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying myself, so I don't mind if it's a little bit dark. I'll just put a bit of blue here, just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to grab some of that yellow and drop it in. It'll turn it into a green, but that does not bother me. I'm just doing lines on the cup where I think, you know, it'll look good, kind of like sewing lines almost. Thinking I would like a little flower there, so I'm just going to go into a red or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I'm mixing it with the yellow, so now it's an orange. It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to drop it down and let it do its own little thing. That's the background's kind of wet, so it's just going to fan out and do its own little thing, as you can see, but that's okay. Or maybe not. It's kind of a little bit, that's okay. I'm just going to put some dots here and there of this red on it. And nothing, but on the handle. There we go. Right. Over to the plate, which I guess is going to have to be blue again, but what I might do, I'm going to put a purple in there and slowly bring it up to purple, because, you know, I can do that. It's my painting, it doesn't matter. And we'll put the purple on the outside. Quite like that. Paint, very relaxing actually. Here we go. The middle I would like with that blue, so I'm just pulling a bit of that over, wetting my brush. I haven't actually got a cloth. Well, that's a shocker, but it's only a quick paint, doesn't matter. Oh yes, so this is before you toast the hot cross buns, obviously. Oh, those hot cross buns from the bakery in Christchurch, to die for. So yummy. They had, I think it was orange peel. And I don't know, I thought I could see little bits of like apple in there. So I don't know. But yeah, if you're in Christchurch and you're by Riverside, pop on in. Don't get the vegan one from the vegan bakery. Go to the proper bakery. Oh, crumbs, vegan. Blech. Oh dear, that's a shocker, isn't it? I had to have vegan pasta when I was, you know, when my stomach was really bad. They were like, go on, try vegan pasta. Oh my giddy aunt. I cannot believe that people buy that pasta. It was so disgusting. Like, I'm not talking a little bit. It was like really, really bad. So I just want a little bit of a darker brown in there. I'm not quite sure what you are, but we're just going to, oh no, it's not dark enough. This will be too dark. Yep, that's too dark. The other one wasn't dark enough. This is too dark. Oh, I don't know. You're never happy, Paula. Oh, no. Put it into the blue. been so jolly careful. There. I'm gonna pick that up. Yep, I'm using my hand. Oh dear. There we go. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. It's usually a little bit, yeah, that's a cup of tea colour, isn't it? It's a nice cup of tea. There we go. And I might just put, even though I know it's a little bit, oh, maybe that one there is Van Dyke. We'll just have a little go with it. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just think it looks a little bit wrong. That's okay. That'll teach me. Oh, maybe not. The knife needs to be a kind of a creamy, yellowy thing happening like that. That's the look I'm going for. And the bit there is usually gold. I don't think I have a gold here, so we go with that. And a little bit of red in with it to make it into a gold. Oh, that was too much red. Oh, now the blue's gone in there. Maybe it could be a rose gold. It's a little bit off, I think. Oh, it's not too bad, is it? It's also not the best, but it's not too bad. Oh, I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, the hot cross bun needed to be the same colour as the knife handle. That's usually kind of an off yellow. I don't know, it always seems to go this colour for me. Not that I make my own hot cross buns, you know. Did I ever go up making them? I think I did one year. Weren't they a complete and utter disaster? I think they were. I think I'm not like a bread maker. It's just bleh. You know, sometimes you can do things and sometimes you can't. And I think that was one of the days where I discovered, oh, well, you can't do everything, darling. It's not that important. So yeah, I think Jason ate it anyway, and you know, oh, it was a good try. But he is the bread maker in the family. Fantastic. Okay, so now it's just the background. Oh, and we need shading. Oh, not so sure what's what down here. Okay. Oh, I just want a little bit underneath so that the kind of landlocked kind of thing happening to them. So they're on the ground. I can't even see where I put it. I put the black. So there we go. Just going to clean my brush off and get some fresh water and just drag that paint out a little bit. There we go. That's what I like to see when it's, we still need, this needs to be grounded. So I don't know if I'll get a video up tomorrow. I'll try, but yeah, I really do have to put the wood away, even though I don't want to do it. Jason's playing golf again tomorrow. But I don't know if this rain that we're meant to be getting sets in, then I think the golf will be cancelled. But, you know, don't quote me on that. And I would like to do some autumnal trees because I saw so many yesterday driving over to see my girls. Oh, it was such a lovely drive. Well, I won't talk about the drive back, but it was lovely going over. Oh, it was so lovely. We'd noticed when we were going over that there was a lot of traffic, like, coming to the west coast, and we were trying to work out what it was. And then of course I finally remembered dance competitions. Duh, should know that, shouldn't I? I shouldn't have to remember that one. I did them for years, travelling over up to Westport every Easter break to do dance with the girls. So yeah, that's on, but it still didn't explain everybody who was out and about. And then there's also a marathon going from, I think it's known as the last resort, and it's when you go into the Tasman. So you go up past Westport right to Karamea and past Karamea, which not a lot of people do, and there's this place called the Last Resort. And from there you take the Abel Tasman track, and you can go from the west coast and you kind of go all around the top of New Zealand. So you go around the top of New Zealand, and it's a lovely track, and you canoe it, walk it, or cycle it. But so there's something happening there, but there's also a marathon from that Last Resort going all the way down the west coast here to Fox Glacier, and there are people in Fox Glacier who are cycling all the way up to the Last Resort. So busy coast. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of, you know, once I remembered what was going on, I thought, gosh, we're actually really busy. I know I've got the wrong brush. I'm just going to wet the background. I don't know what I'm going to do back here. I'm thinking I might just splatter, do a bit of splattering. Could be nice to splatter, and it's wet so that when I splatter with different colours, see, I've got a bit of red over here, so, or is it orange? I don't know. So if your paper's wet when you splatter, you'll see it in a second. It's just amazing. I do love splattering. I don't do this very often anymore because, you know, I actually don't paint like this very often anymore. So yeah, that's a bit shocking of me to say, but I just don't. Now, I don't want my paint splatters to get too much into my picture. I'm just going to use bits of paper I've got over here that I do my water tests on, you know, brush tests and that sort of thing. Oh, I don't know if I can, maybe like that. Oh, and there's another little one down here. Oh, this would be better. Bit of paper. Gosh, it was so much fun seeing everyone yesterday and just hanging with the girls, and gave my daughter the pot plant thing, and she was like, oh, it's okay, that'll look nice. So that's good. So this is just splattering. As you can see, it hits the paper and it goes whoosh all over the place. I'm just going to use the colours I've got in my palette over here that I've already used on the painting. What else? Oh, do you know what? We need some of that blue. So I'm just going to get some blue, put it up here. Needs to be quite wet for splattering, so here we go. Yep. So you can see which is my favourite colour. Yeah, here I am, I'm splattering with the blue. And I think I need to go in again with that red. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This is a fan brush. They come in handy for all sorts of cool things. You know, people do better things than that with it. You know, Not that splattering isn't fun. I'm just going to pick up the splatters where I don't want them. I'm just picking those ones up. And damp brush takes 4 seconds, you know, gone from where I shouldn't have it. This bit of the bun isn't the best. It's definitely grounded. I do love what the splatter's doing. I think we need to grab a little bit of this. I think it's called Chinese white. It seems to be in a lot of watercolor. That's a bit better, isn't it? So it's kind of meant to be like a gouache that you can add white to different places. But I don't know, I don't find it like a gouache. So normally I'd get my gouache out and put a dab or something somewhere, but I hardly ever use this palette anymore, you know. Oh, that's lovely. I do like that. Okay, the knife isn't done, it needs to be silver. So a bit of that black. I do mean a bit too, just a teeny weeny little dollop of it, and some more of this Chinese white. Hopefully I'll get a kind of a silvery look. I'm not too sure. I think it's just going to look grey. It's got a kind of a blue tone to it, hasn't it? Like a cool. Oh, and I still haven't done the tag, which is a dark blue on Lady Grey. Got too much paint there, so I'm going to wet my brush and put the wet brush on my hand, and I can pick it up, and I'm just going to, any paint I pick up, I'm going to put into the middle of my hand. I'm teaching some shocking things here. You'll all be appalled. And someone's bound to be watching going, oh my goodness, don't do that. Now, yeah. And here end of the lesson. Look, that's basically going to be it for a day. It is a very quick paint. I don't know how long I've been talking for. So I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic Easter. Enjoy your family. If you know, your family time together. I don't know if other countries have like days off, but we've got a Friday off and a Monday off, and Saturday, Sunday, Jason isn't working. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They're all holidays here in New Zealand. And then on that coming Friday, that's Anzac Day, and that's a half a day, and that's for all of our soldiers who went to war and World War I and II. We remember them, and also we should be remembering our Vietnam vets, which is very important, but people tend to forget them. But that's not how things should be done. They fought for this country, and because of them we have the rights that we do. So yep. So yeah, well I was in the army, ergo I'm a staunch supporter of the armed forces. I think it's very important to support them, and we've got so few veterans left now. I'm sure other countries are coming across this now. Okay. Oh, I think that's a rather sweet little paint actually. I'm very happy with that. Not so happy with the other side of the paper, so I'm just going to get rid of all the splattering that happened over there. This is why I should really, you know, not do this sort of thing, but that's okay. Right, so if you enjoyed this very quick paint, I'm so sorry about that, but I did need to stack wood, and now I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, but I will not be having a hot cross bun because, you know, that would be naughty, and also my husband isn't here, so, you know, I couldn't eat them. I'm so toying with the notion of doing that. I'm so naughty. I'll have some nice fruit, I'll be fine. So yeah, thumbs up if you enjoyed, leave a comment down below, and thank you very much if you've stayed all this time while I've rabbited on. I don't know, what have I talked about today? It's just been one of those days, hasn't it? So I'll try and do maybe another small painting tomorrow, but I'm not guaranteeing, especially if I have to stack wood in the rain, because I got so drenched, and yeah, I'm in my second outfit now of the day, and a little bit chilly. And I did think to myself, darn, if I'd remembered, I could have gone out with my shampoo and saved some water, because the rain at the moment, it's really weird. We've got a warm wind, which I don't know. The place I grew up in, Palmerston North, if we got a warm wind, an earthquake was coming. So we've got a warm wind, and the rain isn't as cold as it should be, so it's quite a warm rain. So it's a little bit kind of earthquake weather, but of course we're not going to get an earthquake. We're just going to get loads and loads of rain, which the weather person said we would get. So yeah, have a lovely Easter, and I'll see you again. All right, bye everyone, bye.